Tricia D'Uva. May I ask why America is in such a rat race? Why do we live in such a fast-paced, freaking insane way of life? Why do people act like we're falling off a cliff? I'm so frustrated with that. The competition, the nonsense, the cutthroat, on and on. It's just hard living like that. What are we trying to attain in this life? I'm miserable as heck because I can't shake this flu. I'm sorry you're sick. I didn't know she was sick. And when one doesn't feel well, we are better able to put things into perspective. I have my reasons behind all of this. Can't even call my own doctor because they're so short-staffed. And the phone rings and rings to no end, but an answering machine comes on. Geez, nothing more annoying than that. The list goes on. Oh, she's deaf, so.
Griffen is answering.
Okay.
Everybody else has things to say. Griffen is leading the conversation.
Okay.
Griffen says that you are hitting the nail on the head on why so many people become sick and ill, why so many people are disassociated from themselves, have mental illness, as well as suicidal tendencies and midlife crisis. There is not a lot of nurture in our humanity. And when you wake up, Griffen says, as you've done, you've woken up because you're asking the question, that when you wake up, that you decide at that moment, where can I find my nurture? You have to hand make it for yourself because our culture is so divided. It doesn't know how to feed it. And what you'll do is you'll find these little communities, these little groups of people that have somehow managed to escape the rat race. And you can cultivate your life in those groups. But you have to look because it's not handed to you. Griffen says he believes that humans took this approach mostly through the industrial era when we fell into, say it again, when we fell into manufacturing, when we got into building factories, and again, seeing how people are easily manipulated to get an outcome. And companies were built on this. Corporations, huge conglomerate corporations, are built on relying that people stay asleep so that they could feed their own pockets and their own agenda. The power is in waking up. Please let your frustration be your fuel in making the change and not let it consume you into a depression and kind of fall back into the sea of monotony and routine and expectation. 3 books that will change your perspective. I'm excited. Okay, 3 books that will change your perspective. Number one, I'm starting off simple and small. Oh, the 4 Agreements. Didn't we talk about this before? I don't know why this sounds familiar. The 4 Agreements. Who wrote that?
Michael,
Ruiz?
Yeah.
Ruiz?
Yes.
Okay.
I love that book.
He says, read that one first.
Okay.
It's simple, it's impactful, and it'll sit with you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
The last lecture.
Who's that by?
We're going to find out. The last lecture book. Oh, here we go. Well, it's on audio.
Oh, that's cool. She can't hear though.
That's not going to do her any good. Randy Posh?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I got it. Randy Posh, co-authored by Randy Posh and
Jeffrey Zaslow.
exactly.
And Griffin says, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say to read the Yoga Sutras.
All right.
Brahma Sutras. No, this is the book I kind of see in my head. Inside the Yoga Sutras, a comprehensive source book for study and practice.
Okay. All right. I didn't know she was deaf until I told her to listen to my recordings. And she says she's deaf, so I don't know what I can put on my recordings.
Well, she has things on her computer that translate.
It can translate for her?
Mm-hmm.
For my YouTube?
Yes. And YouTube has closed caption as well. It's not as accurate.
But she can put it on there. I don't have to put it on there? Yeah.
Right. Griffin's telling me she has a program on her computer that's really well done that can take audio to text a lot better than the closed caption program that's on YouTube.
Okay.